Hello and welcome to this digital camera magazine video tutorial. Today we're going to show you how to create iconic fashion portraits. So here we have our portrait, and after we apply the series of processes and effects, we should end up with something that resembles a straight portrait like this, something a little bit more dynamic, and we should end up with a fashion portrait just like this. Now this has a series of sort of cross-process effects applied. So we've blown out a few of the highlights and we've added some tint and tone to the colour as well. Okay, so we'll get straight into it. I'll just close these down. And what you want to do first of all is from this month's CD open up portraitbefore.nef, and that's a Nikon RAW file. And after a few moments that should open up in Adobe Camera Raw or ACR. And the first thing we want to do is just to sort out our RAW file before we take it into Photoshop and start to do all of our edits. So just so that we can see which areas are clipped on the highlights and on the shadows, we're going to switch on the warnings. So to do that, just hit U and then O on your keyboard and you'll instantly see these clipping masks appear. Now what we want to do first of all is just to increase the exposure slightly. So we're going to take the exposure up to 0.5. Then we're going to just use the recovery slider to pull back some of the highlight detail, and the blown highlights are highlighted here by the red clipping mask. If we just increase that, as we increase the recovery slider, we'll start to see those red areas disappear. So I'm increasing that to about 90. We've still got a little bit of blown highlight around the ear, but that should be just about okay. Now we're going to leave the fill light at 0. If we increase that, we'll actually start to see the shadow clipping areas disappear, but because of the fashion style that we want for this picture, we're actually going to leave that at 0. We don't really want to bring those that detail from the shadow back too much. Now the blacks I'm going to leave exactly where they are. The brightness I'm going to take to 45, so I'm just going to take that down just slightly. And the contrast I'm going to take up to about 35. Okay, so we've now got our raw file prepared, and as you see we've still got quite a lot of clipping going on in the shadow areas, but because of the style of photograph that we're actually after, that doesn't really matter. So once we've finished with the raw, just go down to Open Image, click once, and a few seconds later that'll open up in Photoshop Elements. Okay, that's now opened in Photoshop, so I'll see you in the next part.